and we will be starting with question number 6 here. Two pipes A and B can fill a tank in 20 minutes and 40 minutes. If both pipes are open simultaneously, after how much time should B be closed so that the tank is full in 18 minutes? So it's again a question of pipes and system, right? First thing that you need to do here is understand the efficiency of the pipes given. It says that tap A can fill the tank in 20 minutes alone. That means if only tap A is open, the tank will get filled in 20 minutes. And there is a tap B, B can fill the tank in 40 minutes. Both the pipes are open simultaneously. So first, what we are going to do is we will define our total work first. And how do you define your total work? By assuming a number which represent the total capacity of the tank, and that number has to be a multiple of 20 and 40. Any number which is a multiple of 20 and 40. Why we are taking the multiple of 20 and 40? So that our calculation becomes easy, right? We don't end up making a fractional numbers in our calculation. So if I take my total work, that means total capacity of the tank is at 40 liter, I can see that tap A will be filling, tap A in 1 minute will be filling 2 liters of the water inside the tank, right? Because tap A can fill the whole tank in 20 minutes, total tank is 40 liter, 40 by 20, in 1 minute A will be putting in 2 liter of the tank, 2 liter water inside the tank. Now B in 1 minute will fill the tank by 1 liter, right? So 2 liter water is coming from this tap, 1 liter is water from this tap. The question says both the taps are open simultaneously. After how much time should B be closed so the tank is full in 18? Now understand the timeline. What is happening? See that you open the tap A and B both, and after a period of time you close the tap B. Now at this moment B is closed. After how much time you have closed the B? We do not know that. This is something that we need to find. Once tap B is closed, can I say only tap A is working? And now you want the tank to be get filled exactly in 18 minutes. That's my question. What you can do here is, instead of making any equation or assuming let B be closed after X minute, you can straight away answer this question without doing any such assumption of X. What you can see here is, throughout the time, A is open for throughout 18 minutes, right? See that amount of water inside the tank by A in 18 minutes would be 18 into 2, that is 36 liter. Why multiplied by 2? Because A in 1 minute is putting 2 liter of the water inside the tank, so in 18 minutes A will put in 36 liter. So can I say rest of the water 40 minus 36, that is equal to 4 liter, must be filled in by the tap B inside. So 4 liter has been filled by tap B inside the tank. How much time now B will be taking to fill 4 liter? B speed is 1 liter, so for 4 liter, B will be taking 4 minutes. Right, so that means tab B must be closed after 4 minutes. C would be the correct answer to the question. This is how you are supposed to solve the questions, right? Look at the question number 7. A is thrice times as good a worker as B. Now, give this in mind. Efficiency means the amount of work done in terms of unit. A is thrice as good as a worker B. That means efficiency ratio of A and B is 3:1. That means by the time A eat 3 chocolate, B will be eating 1 chocolate. Thus, he can complete a task in 40 days shorter than B. See guys, if your efficiency is more, you need to keep this in mind. Efficiency ratio and work ratio are always inversely proportional to each other if work is constant. If work is constant, right? If you have more efficiency, you will take less time to do the work, right? So efficiency ratio and the days ratio to complete the work are inversely proportional. Your efficiency is 3:1. The amount of days to complete the work will be the ratio of 1:3. That means if A is taking 1 day to do the work, B will be taking 3 days to do the work. That means A will be taking 2 days less than B to do the work. But because it says it can complete a task in 40 days less time than B, That means this difference of 2, right, is becoming 40. That means A individually can do the work in 20 days and B individually can do the work in 60 days. Now you see that A can, now once you get to know that A can do the work in 20 days, B can do the work in 60 days, what you can do is you can define your total work, which is a number which is a multiple of 20 and 60. Let's take it to be as 60 units. You see that A in one day will be doing how many units of the work? 60 by 2. A will be doing units of the work. B in one day will be doing how many units of the work? 60 upon 60. That means 1 unit. Both A and B will be doing how many? 4 units. So if A and B work together, the total work of 60 units at a speed of 40 units per day will be done in 10. This is going to be the correct answer, which is option number. Question number 8. X can complete a task in 20 days and Y in 24 if they collaborate on it for 6 days. What is the fraction of the work that remains? Okay, I guess the options given here are wrong. Please avoid the options here. It says that X can come because it cannot be in terms of date, right? We are supposed to find out what is the fraction of the work that remains. X can complete a work in 20 days and Y can do the same piece of work in 24 days. They collaborate on it for 6 days. X and Y are working together for 6 days. Now what you can do is simply again assume the total work as a number which is a multiple in 40. Can I take the number as 240? Let's assume that total work is 240. If I assume total work to be equal to 240, in one day, X in one day will be doing how much unit of the work? 240 by 20. That means X in one day will be doing 12 units of the work, right? Y in one day will be doing how many units of the work? 240 upon 24. That means Y will be doing total 10 units of the work, right? Now, both of them are working together. X and Y work together. Both of them will be doing 20 units of the work, right? Now, they are working together for 6 days. Now, X and Y together in 6 days will be doing 22 into 6. That means 132 units of the work. So 132 units in terms of fraction of 40 is how much, right? This is the amount of work that they have done, right? 132 out of 240 is what they have done. 4 into 3, well, 33 upon 60, which is 11 upon 20. So 11 upon 20 is what they have done. So amount of work left would be equivalent to 9 upon 20. So the amount of work that remains would be 9 upon 20. This would be the correct answer to the question. Moving on to question number 9, it says that A can complete a piece of work in 8 days. B can complete the piece of work in 12 days. A and B agree to do it for 5,400 each. They perform the task in 4 days with the assistance of C. How much is C paid? Okay. So what we can do here is we can again assume the total work. Right? Let's assume the total work is 20 units. Right? People? So now you see that A in one day will be doing how many units of the work? It will be 24. A will be doing units of the work. B, you can see that in one day will be doing how many units of the work? 24 upon 12. B will be doing 2 units of the work. Now, they perform the task in 4 days with the assistance of C. That means A, B and C together are doing 24 units in 4 days. So in one day, they are doing 6 units. Now, A, B and C all together are doing 6 units, out of which A is doing 3, B is doing 2. So how much C would be doing? If I'm saying that A, B, C are total eating 6 chocolate, A is eating 3 chocolate, B is eating 2 chocolates, so C would be eating 1 chocolate only, right? So So out of the total amount of money that they are getting, they must be right. So A, B, and C. You see that here you need to assume that efficiency. A is doing 3 unit, B is doing 2 unit, and C is doing 1 unit. What does it mean? It is an efficiency ratio. Who is most efficient here in this? A is most efficient in this. That means out of the total money, out of total 6 unit of the work that A is doing 3 unit, B is doing 1 unit, and C is doing 1 unit. So you see that efficiency ratio and the wage ratio are always same. Wage means the salary that you'll be getting. Somebody who is getting more work will be getting more money. It's very simple. So whatever is the amount of units done by A, B, and C individually, wage ratio will also be 3:2:1. That means out of total 6 rupees, A will be paid 3 rupees. Why? Because out of total 6 unit, A is doing 3 unit. So somebody who's doing more work will be paid more. So out of 6 rupees, A will be getting 3, B will be getting 2, and C will be getting 1 rupees. Because it's A and B agree to do it for 5,400 rupees each, that means the total amount that A and B are getting will be equal to what? Now, what we are supposed to find out is the how much money is C supposed to be. The total amount that A and B are getting is 5,400 multiplied 2 each, because the word here is each. That would be 10,800. So the total amount is 6. A will be getting 3, B will be getting 2, C will be getting. If I make it to as 10,200, right, which is 1,800 times, C will be paid 1,800 for this, right? C will be paid 1,800. B is going to be the correct answer. Actually, this is conceptually wrong. A and B agree to do it for 1,500 each is definitely a wrong statement, because A and B are both doing individual amount of, right? So individual units over. They cannot be paid 5,400 each. They has to be paid as per the amount of money that, as per the amount of work that they are doing, right? So there should not be the word each here. Actually, it should be, right, if we say that total amount of the money that they're getting is 10,800, then we will be getting 800. But if I remove this, right, if I remove the word each, that means A and B together are getting 5,400 rupees. Now this 5,400 rupees will be distributed among A, B, and C in the ratio of amount of work done by A, B, C individually. So C will be getting 900. This actually is a right way to do it. The word each is making this question wrong. So avoid the word each here. Right. Now let's move to the next question, number 10. Employee X finishes an assignment in 8 days, while employee Y finishes the same assignment in 12 days. How many days will it take for X and Y to finish the assignment if they work together? Very simple, easy. Don't need to do anything here. You can assume the total work as a number which is a multiple of 8 and 12, that is 24. So you can see that in one day X will be doing 3 units, 24 by 8. In one day Y will be doing 24 by 2, that means 2 units. Both of them together will be doing 5 units. So total work is 24, and if both of them are working together, A and B are working together, then 24 unit at a speed of 5 units per day will be done in 24 by 5 days. It is a very simple question, right? You guys can easily manage. Question number 11 here. Karan and Sonam can finish a project in 5 days if they collaborate together. Karan plus Sonam together are doing the work in 5 days. Karan can accomplish the same project in 10 days. Karan alone can do the work in 10 days. How long will it take Sonam to complete the same project? What you can do is, you can assume the total work first as a number which is a multiple of 5 and 10 units. Right? Let's say that there are 10 units work. So Kamal and Sonam in one day together are doing how many units of the work? 10 upon 5, that means 2 units. And Karan alone in one day is doing how many units of the work? 10 upon 10, that is 1 unit. Now Karan and Sonam together are doing 2 units, out of which Karan is doing 1. So can I say the remaining 1 unit must be done by Sonam? So Sonam is supposed to do 1 unit of the work. If Sonam is supposed to work alone on this project, then 10 units of the work at a speed of 1 unit will be done in 10 days by Sonam alone. So answer would be option number A. Question number 12. An air conditioning system of a vehicle can cool the entire vehicle in 4 minutes as guaranteed by the sales representative, while another required 4.5 minutes to cool the same condition. Both climate control systems are turned on at similar time. Approximately how long will it take to cool the vehicle? So it's very simple. Again, there are two conditions, right? Air conditioning. C1 is doing the cooling in 4 minutes, right? Right? In air conditioning system of a vehicle. Now another air conditioner is doing it in 4.5 minutes, right? Now what you can do here is you can take a number which is a multiple of 4 and 4. Let's assume it to be 18 units, right? So in 1 minute, right, C1 will be doing how much unit of the work which is required to do the complete cooling? It would be 18 upon 4, which is 4.5. In 1 minute, second air conditioner will be doing how many units of the work? It will be doing 4 units. If C1 and C2 are working together, then the total work of 18 units, which is required to do the cooling, will be done together by them in 8.5. So 18 upon 8.5. 18, this is 180 upon 85. 5 into 36, 5 into 17, this would be 2.1. 17 into 34, this would be around approximately 2.1 minute. So the answer to the question would be option B. Question number 13. Worker A is twice as good as a workman. It's worker B. So that's an efficiency ratio. Twice as good means by the time B is doing 1 unit, A will be doing 2 units of work. Worker A can complete a part of the work in 30 days, which is less than the time taken by the worker B. Okay? Determine the time taken to complete the work if worker A and B work together. So guys, efficiency ratio is 2 ratio. We already know that somebody who is more efficient will be taking less number of days to do the work. So can I say days ratio would be 1:2? If A is taking 1 day to do the work, B will be taking 2 days to do the work. The difference between them is 1 day, but as per the statement of the question, A is taking 30 days less than the time taken by B. If I want this gap to be of 30 days, then this value will be 1 into 30 and this value will be 2 into 30, 60. That means I get to know now A can do the work in 30 days, B can do the work in 60 days. If I assume the total work to be 60, in 1 day A will be doing 2 units, in 1 day B will be doing 1 unit. A and B together will be doing A and B together can do the 60 unit work at a speed of 3 in 20 days. Very simple. We have been doing it a lot of time with these questions. C would be the correct answer. Let's do question number 14 here. Alpha is thrice as efficient as beta. So again, this is a question of efficiency ratio. Alpha's efficiency is thrice as efficiency as beta. If I'm saying that B efficiency is 1, that means if B is doing 1 unit of work, right, then A would be doing 3 unit of the work. And gamma is twice as efficient as beta. Gamma efficiency is twice of beta, so that means gamma can do 2 units of the work. Now we know that efficiency ratio and the days to complete the ratio are inversely proportional to each other. If you are more efficient, you will take less days to do the work. That's a very simple thing. The days ratio is nothing but inverse of efficiency ratio. Simply take the inverse of these values, we'll get days ratio, right? This is a fractional ratio. I can multiply all these values by 6, find out my answer in the integral form. So days ratio would be 2 ratio 6 ratio 3. 2 ratio 6 ratio 3 is option A. That is the correct answer to the question. So guys, we have covered questions till 14. Rest of the questions will be covered in the next part of the video. Thank you so much for joining the session. See you in the next session. Thank you.